Welcome to Bless This Mess in the True Crime Podcast. I'm Carrie here with Stu. Say hey, Stu.
Hey.
All right, we are back this week, and we are going to Louisiana. You hit your microphone cord.
I know.
Did everybody hear that?
Probably.
Okay. Sorry, we don't have time to go back and edit. We're almost down to
2 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's not 2 o'clock in the morning. It feels like that though. We are down to. I used to when we first started this. I used to try to edit, and we'd stop, and then we'd record everything, and then I go back and listen to all and edit, and then I tried to use some sort of like software that would take out the blanks and stuff if there were silences. Now we're at the point where we're almost a one take podcast. We just we don't worry about it for the most part,
unless
Stu
Tara
says
farts or something.
No,
rips ass.
I do not. What is wrong with you?
Then we got to go and cut
that does
out.
not happen. Anyways,
That happens all the time.
What more happens is Stu says something real stupid.
What?
That we got to go back. I'm like, you're gonna get us canceled. So you cannot say that. That's the only time. So
No, there are no bloopers saved anywhere.
No, there are not. This is basically it's just
gone.
What's that stream of conscious?
Yes.
Just into the microphone. Anyways, yes, we're going to Louisiana. We're going to do a short episode on Derrick Todd Lee, just kind of going over. He was the serial killer out of Baton Rouge, if you recall, back in the late 90s, early 2000 time frame. And so
I knew a girl that said she was a roommate of one of the victims.
Oh, yeah?
I was not interested.
What? Wow.
What?
This is like send a
yeah.
man in to do a woman's job. I'll tell you
I was
what.
like, oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Well, cool.
Oh, my God. You're so...
What?
This would be like, I'll be talking to Stu, and he'll say, yeah, I was hanging out with such and such. Yeah, he's getting divorced or something. I know this isn't happening. I'm just saying this is an example. Be like, yeah, my buddy, yeah, he's getting divorced or whatever. I'm like, okay, what about? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, why are they getting divorced? What had happened? When did this happen? Doesn't even cross their mind to like get into the gossip of it all. These are what failure. I just hope that Stu never runs into somebody that I would really be interested in knowing additional information about, because he would fail. I would be like, did you ask him anything else? No.
Would fail miserably, wouldn't I?
Although I did meet Kelly Clarkson one time, and I did fail. I don't know. I just, I shut down.
What were you supposed to do?
I feel like I should have said more things to her.
Smooched her
I should have
booty oh, I'm your biggest fan ever.
No, I feel like I should have at least remembered what DVD collection she asked me to look up. I used to work at a Borders bookstore in Arlington, Texas.
Kelly, if you're listening.
R.I.P. Borders bookstores. And Kelly Clarkson is from not Mandeville, that's Louisiana. Manstown, whatever that. There's some town down there that starts with an M. It's right by Arlington. And so she came into the Borders bookstore one time, and I remember it was back whenever people used to wear girls used to wear the gray sweatpants and cut them off like capris, like you cut them off. She was wearing that in like a white, like wife beater type tank top or whatever, and her hair ponytail. And so she walked in, and I think I saw her, but I didn't like really recognize her because, she didn't have any makeup on or anything. She just looked like a regular old person or whatever.
Did you say, hey, since you've been gone, we got some new books?
No, I did not.
God.
Missed opportunity, I know. So then I walk up to her, and we were trained to like, you had to walk up and say, hey, do you need help? Hey, can I help you find anything? So I said, hi, can I help you find anything? She turns around. I'm like, and I look at her for a second. I was like, oh my God, you're Kelly Clarkson. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, what would you like me to find? And that was my interaction. I helped her find a DVD set collection. It was very expensive back then, the DVD collection, especially if you bought them from like a Borders or Barnes & Noble. I remember it was like some of them would be like $400 like for the full season of. So she went in and she bought I don't remember what thing, but it was her friends were with her.
Wow.
Her friend was with her. Her friend wanted it or something like that, and it was like $200 and something, so it was expensive. And then I remember the guy that did the register. It was it was the guy or it was my friend did the register, and so we were trained to ask for ID or whatever, and so she didn't even look up and look at her. She's like, "Yeah, can I see your ID?" Or no, it was the guy. Okay, there was a guy that worked there, and he was creepy as fuck, and so he asked her to see her ID or whatever, so she shows it, and then he starts saying that he lives like near her or something like it. It was like not okay how he acted. It was very strange. I think he got let go, but anyways, he was
Possibly
weird.
arrested for stalking?
Yes. So
Breaking and entering?
maybe it's Mansville. I don't remember. Is that a city in Louisiana?
No. I don't know. Mandeville is.
Okay, maybe it's Mansville is the town up there. I don't know.
Really?
Maybe not.
A bunch of men's there?
Oh,
Don't look it up.
Very.
You better pause this if you're
I'm not going to look it up. Anyways, you could look it up for me. You're not doing anything over there.
Oh, my God.
It's a city next to... Someone is screaming into their...
Don't be screaming at
radios right now going,
it's
Mansville. I think it's Mansville.
I would never know where Kelly Clarkson is
so anyways, so that was my interaction with Kelly Clarkson. But my point is, we've gotten off track. Thank you for all of our new Patreons. We appreciate if you'd like to join our Patreon. It's patreon.com/blessthismesspodcast. You get the episodes 24 hours early and ad-free. You also get semi-regular Shoot the Poos where we basically just talk. So this week we talked about our house hunting finally. It went all into the nitty-gritty details of running around. You didn't say drink.
Drink. Well, I was looking at Kelly Clarkson.
Where is she from?
I don't know. It says Fort Worth. She grew up in the suburb of Burleson.
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 Yes. So anyways,
Burleson.
We appreciate everybody who has joined.
Sounds just like Mansville.
Okay, she may not be from there, but she lives in Mansville. Mansfield. It's Mansfield. Okay. So, moving on from Kelly Clarkson.
Can we ever move on? It all comes back to Kelly Clarkson.
Yes, it does. All right. Where were we? Oh, rate, review, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. We really appreciate it. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I share our dinners each night. I know that has nothing to do with
murder.
At this point, the page has
it does, because evidently from the complaints you're getting, you are murdering the English language.
I am murdering the English language. People have a real problem with the way I say idea. I do, but just to say, I do know the difference, the grammatical difference between idea and ideal. My brain, whenever I'm just saying it in regular conversation, it can't compute and I say ideal. I just say it like that, even though I understand the difference. I'm not a dumbass, okay? I mean, I am in a lot of ways, but that is not one of them. So, yes, the page has progressed into something completely not with the podcast. But I've gotten so many new people there, so maybe it'll one day go to the podcast, or I'll just F it, Podcast is one thing, the page is the other. I enjoy doing both of them, so that's good. All right. I think I was going to update everybody. We had talked about my books. I tried to tell Stu about my books yesterday and it didn't go well because he doesn't understand.
I looked at you. I had the deer in the headlights glazed look in my eye, but I was looking at you.
I was trying to explain to him, if you've read Yesteryear, I finished Yesteryear. I was trying to explain it to him. Just for the record, I still don't know how I feel about it. I did enjoy it.
I know how I felt about it.
I stayed up till 2 a.m. to finish it. So to me, sometimes I'm like, should I just rate a book by how engaged I was or how I felt about the book? If I was just me, like how engaged I was, it's a 5-star. But how did I feel about the whole book and how it ended and what everything was? Maybe it was more of a 3-star, 3.5. I don't know. But I finished Yesteryear because that's our book club for this month in July or whatever. And then I'm starting to read Good Joy, Bad Joy, which I'm liking so far. I'm about 50 pages in. It is about an 80-year-old woman, and her name is Joy. And she has a friend I forget her name.
Joy.
No.
Because she's bad Joy?
No. She has an 89-year-old friend who just found out that she has like cancer, and so she only has a few months to live. But the friend has kind of lived like a real adventurous life. She's gone all over the world and just kind of, is real, lives out loud and stuff like that. And Joy has always been same house for 60 years. She's just, so keeps everything, thinks the best in people, tries not to be an inconvenience. And then now she's starting to, we haven't got to the point yet.
I can appreciate Joy.
Yeah, so she's starting to get to the point where she's starting to look at her friend's life and it's about to end, but she's okay with dying because feels like she's really lived a fulfilling life and done all the things she wanted to. And Joy's like, but have I done that? And so we're going to find good Joy's about to understand bad Joy. And no, Stu was like, oh, what, like the threesomes at the nursing home? I'm
She's
like,
going to get Eiffel Towered in the nursing
Ew,
home.
what the fuck? Why would you say that?
What?
Why would you? That's not what Joy's going to do. I think she just might break the law or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's what I'm currently reading. There's a couple. I got audiobooks. I got other things going on, but that's my main book right now. So, anyways,
Norman and Merv.
Okay. Let's go
Taking
ahead
out the teeth
and get
and
stop
partying.
it. Jesus. What? This is the intro, Stu. People are just now listening for the first time.
You say that I don't contribute enough sometimes with the chit chat.
You know what?
And the banter.
You know what I think is funny is that yesterday whenever I posted my cooking dinner, I threw in penis dough for the hot dog buns. I think it's so funny because like one person was like, I listened to the podcast for a long time, so I should know better that you're going to say that. But it's so funny because like the people on there, they just see me like this nice mom of 4, like, and then I threw in penis dough.
Throwing a penis joke in there.
Yes. I should repost my video about the Peppa the Pig cake.
Oh.
Yeah.
The micro penis.
Yes, the micro penis. Anyways, all right. So let's go ahead and get into this week's episode out of Louisiana. All right. So in August of 1992, Connie Warner vanished from her home in Zachary, Louisiana. So all this is happening around Baton Rouge. Zachary is where at, Stu? You're more familiar?
It is up north of Baton Rouge on Airline Highway.
Okay, Airline Highway for the
Highway
locals.
61.
They almost moved us to Baton Rouge this time.
They did. We would have probably ended up in
Zachary,
or Baker or something.
Yeah. So her body was found a week. So how we're going to do this is Derrick Todd Lee. So we're just going to we're going through the different crimes that are happening and they don't know who could be responsible. This is a scary time.
Yeah, because it took them a while to put it together that it was probably the same person.
Yeah.
And then Derrick Todd Lee obviously broke the mold on serial killers.
Yes. So we'll talk about it later, Stu.
Whom they thought they were looking for.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. Why are you just jumping ahead, okay? All right, her body was found a week later near a lake. She died from a skull fracture. Now, because of Hurricane Andrew, the region was struck, Hurricane Andrew struck 2 days later in that area after her disappearance. So any type of physical evidence that was outdoor or anything like that was completely destroyed, which we've heard this a lot. Some people do crime. That one we covered. Remember, he killed his ex-wife during Hurricane Harvey.
Oh, the one in Florida?
No, the one in Houston.
Oh yeah.
Hurricane Harvey's Houston.
Okay, I can't keep track of. We've been through so many hurricanes.
Yeah. So lacking forensic leads, police focused on Connie's ex-boyfriend and her daughter's boyfriend. Now, both faced years of interrogation and suspicion before being cleared. In
April 1998. Another crime occurred that is 1 block from Connie's former house. Randy Jane Mebruer, I believe, Mebruer, was abducted from her residence. Now, her 3-year-old son, which is scary. Can you imagine our little child having to go walk alone down the road? Now, he walks down the road to the neighbor's house the next morning, and he's like, hey, my mom's missing. Police go into the house. They find there's blood everywhere, but Randy's body was never located. Detectives focused on Randy's ex-husband, screening him, interrogating him before they finally ruled him out. Lacking a body, a weapon, any physical evidence that could tie them to anybody, the case went cold.
So the next one we have up, 1992 is the first year he strikes, and then we have all the way to 1998. And then in September 2001, he's going to start picking up his pace. So Gina Wilson Green was found raped and strangled inside her home near Louisiana State University, which is LSU, which is like the heart of Baton Rouge. Yes, would you say, Stu?
I would say it's a lot of things center on the sporting events going on at LSU.
A lot. I mean, feel like the whole town's identity is LSU.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
That and taking money from the citizens of Louisiana.
At the casinos.
No, at the taxes.
Yeah, at the taxes.
They have it's state taxes that just continue to increase.
Well, they actually lowered those here.
Oh, they did, but it's like. Yeah.
I think they were 6%. They're 4.5% now.
Oh, really? They actually lowered them. Wow.
Yes.
Did they raise something else then?
I don't know.
All right. So she is strangled at her home near the LSU campus. Because Gina lived alone, detectives vetted local transients and professional acquaintances without success. Now, forensic technicians extracted and preserved a semen sample from the scene. So now they finally have them some DNA physical evidence. Yes.
But it's 2002.
It's 2001.
But it's 2001.
It's 2001. But I think that they had some DNA
new
technology.
Yeah, I mean, but it's going to take a while because they don't have the CODA system built. They don't have all the things that they need to match it. But they do have the DNA sample. So
yes, they at least have something to start with there.
Now, in January of 2002, Geraldine Barr DeSoto was murdered inside her mobile home in Addis. She was beaten, stabbed, and her throat was slashed. Police immediately arrested her husband, Darren DeSoto, based on a neighbor's report of a past argument. Darren was held under suspicion until DNA.
Well, of course, he's the husband.
What, you think I would be a suspect?
Yes, and all these, they always just go straight for the husband or the ex-husband or the boyfriend or whatever.
Yes.
Every time. Which did not help putting these crimes together whatsoever.
It did not. But he was held till DNA proved that he was not
the murderer.
Not the murderer.
Yes. Now, in May of 2002, Charlotte Murray Pace was attacked inside her Baton Rouge townhouse. Now, she fought her attacker across multiple rooms before being stabbed over 80 times. And so what they believe is that he came in, he wanted to rape her, and when she fought, because this wasn't normal for him to stab him that many times or whatever. They believe that he was tried to rape her, and so she fought back so hard, he just got extremely angry and stabbed her that many times. Like it was clearly out of frustration.
You're going to pay for this?
Yes.
More than you would have.
So forensic scientists were able to get DNA from the skin, some skin tissue that Charlotte trapped under her fingernails during the struggle. Now, the markers matched the DNA profile found at the Gina Wilson Green crime scene, confirming that a single unidentified serial killer was operating in the area. So this is super scary now because we have now someone out there attacking young women across Baton Rouge. And they don't know, is this only the second one, or are there more that they just never connected to this serial
Are there
killer?
more that are missing that they don't even know about?
Yes.
Now, the body count did continue to rise.
Well, the thing was, I will say, he seemed to, or at least the ones that they knew about, well, there could have been more that missing. He didn't, like some of them will target more people that, like women, like that Jennings 8 or whatever. They're women that maybe not...
On the fringe?
Yes, on the fringe. It may not be, they'd just be like, oh, well, they just disappeared because that's just their lifestyle or whatever. He really, like these were all, most of these ones were
students,
like mothers, students,
people
that had, were in like getting their master's degree and stuff like that. These were not just people on the streets where he could just take a woman and nobody would notice she was missing. These were all people that people would take note that were missing. Unless there is some rumors that he killed more women, but I mean, he killed quite a few that were
known.
Yes.
In July 2002, Pamela Kennemore was abducted from her home, and her body was found with her throat slit near the Whiskey Bay off-ramp off of I-10. That is the big, long bridge that goes over the Atchafalaya Basin.
Yes.
And it is, I don't know, not, I guess it's kind of around the halfway mark, maybe.
What do you mean halfway mark?
The Whiskey Bay Bridge, where you get off.
Oh.
When you're going across the basin, you go over that one bit, not the Butte LaRose exit, where they got the rest area there at that one. The Whiskey Bay one is the one that goes up over.
Well, that's where they also threw that Mickey Shunick's bike
That's
off.
where, yeah, that's
We're
where
not. You know what? We've talked about covering that case or whatever, but her sister does not like you to
go over that.
Does not like you to cover that case, so we're just gonna not do. If you never heard the Mickey Shunick cases, she was abducted on her bike in Lafayette, and it was like a major ordeal. The whole town basically shut down trying to find her and everything. So they finally did figure out what happened, and the guy had actually killed someone a long time ago. It was like an ex-girlfriend or something like that.
Yeah, her name was Lisa Pate.
Yeah, he killed
in Texas.
Yeah, he killed her a long, long time ago, and so they don't know how many maybe he had done this to in between there, because it was it was like over 10 years.
Was it 10 years between?
I thought it was like 1998 he did that.
I didn't think it was that far in between.
I thought it was a long time. Or maybe it was 2012. I don't remember. Those are really weird, really far away. No, 2012 would have been the Mickey Shunick thing. So yeah, it was probably in the 1998, I think. Or hers. Anyways, the point is that so they found her bike was thrown off in the Whiskey Bay. He had taken her bike because what he did was he hit her bike, I think, and then he took it and threw it off the the bridge.
Yeah, he threw it off the bridge, but it didn't go to the bottom. It got caught in a tree, and some fishermen found it.
Yes.
Because everybody knew to be looking for that bike too.
Yes, so. Everybody was on the lookout, was trying to find Mickey Shunick. Anyways, but we will not be covering the case because
not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon. Her sister does not like you. She has been on several true crime shows. I mean, they put it out there and Dateline stuff, but I don't need her coming at us, So we're just not going to cover it.
There's a lot of people on her side.
What do you mean?
That would come to our page and chastise us.
Yes, I don't want to be chastised. I can't even have them making fun of me because I say ideal wrong.
Yes.
I cannot handle an upset family member, all right?
And the killer bees or whatever they're called.
What are the killer bees?
That's Beyonce's little online group that goes after people.
Or like the Swifties.
Or the Swifties.
We don't want to anger them either.
I don't know what kind of group the sister has, but we don't need them coming for us.
No, we don't need them coming for us. It's not that we'd be disrespectful. She just doesn't like anybody that she didn't say that could cover it to cover it. She even got, I think Crime Junkie covered it, and she got upset with them. And so if you're going to get upset with Crime Junkie, I can't be part of this.
You definitely ain't going to.
Because they got their own group, that comes to their defense.
Oh, the Crime Junkie?
Yeah. I don't know what they're called, but they've got their own
crime
group.
Junkies. I don't know.
The crime junkies. The junkies.
I don't need them coming for us either.
No, just let us be in our little corner of the internet.
We're not dissing the Crime Junkie. We're just telling you what happened.
Yes, we're just telling you what happened, okay? We're just it's fine. We love everybody. Everything's great. Just leave us alone.
We're a 2-person show.
Yes, in a closet.
We'll have to hire a media person to argue with all our online trolls.
Yeah. All right. So anyways, that was the whole point of the Whiskey Bay. That was also where her bike was found. Now, in November of 2002, Trenisha Dene Colomb, am I pronouncing that right?
Well, hang on.
Was abducted from a cemetery in Grand Coteau and bludgeoned to death. Now, this was a weird one because I remember this.
Grand Coteau's right down the road.
I don't remember this, but I remember the story. People talking about the story. I mean, obviously, I wasn't there whenever this happened, but it's right up there where we were. He was moving. He traveled a lot in that area because Lafayette and Baton Rouge are about an hour apart, maybe 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, about 50 miles.
Yeah, so he was moving around or whatever.
Unless there's a wreck on the I-10 bridge, then it's about 8 hours apart.
Yep. So then after that happened, in March of 2003, Carrie Lynn so they didn't have anything to connect these. Carrie Lynn Yoder was kidnapped from her LSU apartment complex and strangled. Her body was left at the same Whiskey Bay site as Pamela's. So this seemed to be a frequent place that he would go and in the dead of night, I'm sure, and could
dump a body.
Yes.
A multi-agency task force was formed, as one would imagine they would be. but investigators relied on a profile from the FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit, or the BAU.
The what?
BAU. Hey, BAU. BAU. BAU.
Oh, my God.
Stating that the killer
I understand if you just turn the podcast off after. I understand.
What?
Just,
Who would do such a thing?
Someone, there's people right now just, I'm done.
Nope, I'm first time listener, last time listener.
First time, last time.
Peace out. Now, this was the FBI determined that it was a white male between the ages of 25 and 35. And this is supported by a witness who, under hypnosis, claimed to see a white man driving an old white pickup truck near a crime scene.
Why is the FBI using hypnosis? Do they use that still?
I'm sure they do.
Okay.
I'm sure they use people that, what do they call those?
I don't know.
When they have visions. Psychics.
Psychics.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure they use psychics still, too.
Are you sure? I don't think
I'm almost
so.
positive there's a psychic somewhere. They're like, this case is cold. Bring in the psychic.
Well, I mean,
Let's
I've
just see
seen
what they
that.
say.
I've seen that happen on but that's more like the family members doing that. I would think that the FBI wouldn't. I mean, I think hypnosis can work, but obviously not here.
Well, maybe they did see a white man driving a white pickup truck.
Just
near
it
a crime
wasn't.
scene. There's a lot of white pickup trucks in Louisiana.
And white men.
Yes. Based on this profile, the task force collected DNA swabs from over 1,200 white men. Investigators received multiple citizen tips naming...
And we know we're saying white a lot. Okay?
Well,
there's a reason. Okay.
because they're white.
Yes, but I'm saying we're emphasizing white men for a reason.
Because they're serial killers?
No, because with part of the profile was that this was where you were talking about he broke the mold because these were all white. His victims were mainly white.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think all of them were though. No.
Investigators received multiple citizen tips naming a specific individual, but because that suspect was black, they dismissed the tips and did not test his DNA for months. The investigation was further complicated because other serial killers were active in Baton Rouge at the same time.
Yeah, because this is insane. They said this was one of the weirdest things to have this many serial killers operating at the same time in the same area. I mean, it was...
It's not like it's New York or L.A. It's Baton Rouge.
Yeah, it's a small... I mean, it is a larger population for the state of Louisiana, but
it is now after Katrina.
No, but I'm saying even in general... Now the population is small compared to, say, a city in Texas. Yeah. Louisiana is a small population. I think there's 4 million people in all of state Louisiana, and there's 6
New Orleans,
million or
Baton
8.
Rouge, and Lafayette.
Yeah, and Lake Charles.
Alexandria's got
Shreveport.
That's it.
But I'm saying they're small town. They're smaller towns compared to if you were in Texas. All of the population of Houston is more than the entire state of Louisiana. So it's not that many people
there's
in this area.
13 million in Houston, the suburbs, or 8 million, I mean.
Yeah, it's 6 to 8. Last time I heard it was 6 million, but it could be 8 million now. I don't know. Anyway, so it was absolutely, they were just in shock that when they figured this out that there's 3. And so we may have to cover the other 2 at some point.
Well, now we're going to have to.
Yeah, we're going to have to now. So the first one, Sean Vincent Gillis, was a white male. He murdered 8 women between 1994 and 2004. Because Sean matched the FBI profile, his crimes skewed the task force data, causing police to treat separate murder patterns as the work of the one person. A third killer, Jeffrey Lee Guillory, was also active, creating further forensic overlap in their investigation. Yes, you can imagine it'd be quite confusing. People are like, why can't you catch him? It's like, why can't you people stop being serial killers?
Yeah, what the hell?
Yes.
What the hell y'all breeding down here?
Yes, I don't know.
What's in the water?
Maybe something's in the drinking water at the top.
It might be coming from that refinery up the road.
So they finally got a breakthrough when a witness, or someone actually survived an attack from Derrick Todd Lee.
Surviving victim.
A surviving victim, Stu, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in July 2002, a man entered the home of Diane Alexander under the ruse of using her phone. Now, he attacked her, but Diane fought back, delaying him until he was in there with her, and her son pulls up outside, and so he gets scared away and takes off. So Diane, she survived. She worked with a sketch artist to create a composite drawing. Now, because her case occurred in a different parish, now if you're unfamiliar what a parish is,
It's a county.
it's the same as a county, but in Louisiana they're called parishes. It's the only state that does that, and the parishes are based on the old time Catholic churches in that region.
The parish. Yes.
Yes.
Still under Napoleonic code, not English law as well.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So the task force didn't immediately cross-reference this into all their other crimes because, again, he is working, around the area and passing over into different parishes. So they are absolutely desperate to get any type of lead. So the task force bypassed the FBI profile that they sent and sent the crime scene DNA to a private lab for DNA phenotyping. And so because they were like, there's something wrong with your stupid hypnosis thing in your profile. And part of the profile was because normally they killed their own. Serial killers usually stick to their own race. So a black serial killer would kill more likely black women, and a white serial killer would kill white women. That's always, that's how they do. I don't think there's any that have done, that I know of, that are as famous as Derrick Todd Lee that have gone... broke the mold, if you will. Unfortunately, that's the terminology. He did break the mold, so he really threw off the whole FBI's ability to the bow, as to call it, to be able to determine whose was. So, anyways, with the results show that the 85% probability that the killer was not white, he actually was black, is what they determined. Now, with the white male theory disproven, investigators reviewed all the tips that they were like, this can't be it, this can't be him.
Does not match the profile.
And they found the name Derrick Todd Lee and matched his photo to Diane's sketch that she had drawn from her memory. Now, on May 23rd, 2003, police obtained a court order for his DNA, which matched the crime scenes. So now we finally have the official name of the killer, identified as Derrick Todd Lee.
When the DNA match was confirmed, Derrick Todd Lee fled Louisiana. The U.S. Marshals, the FBI, and Louisiana State Police tracked him using cell phone tower pings from a burner phone he had and some wire transfers that he was trying to make, I guess, to get some money. Derrick traveled north to Chicago. That's in Illinois, Kara.
You know what? Until I did this or whatever. I kind of knew about Derrick Todd Lee, but I'd known a little bit about his crime stuff. I did not realize that he ran away. Like he tried to flee. I had no clue. I thought they just picked him up and
sitting there eating a hamburger at the fast food joint or something.
Yes.
Well, no, using an alias, he was on the run, on the lam, as they would say. Now, realizing authorities were tracking him, he changed direction and he took a bus south through Mississippi. Triangulation eventually placed him in Atlanta, Georgia. I guess he didn't get rid of his burner phone. And this is where he checked into the Lakewood Motor Lodge under a fake name. To avoid suspicion, he hosted Bible studies for other guests.
Yeah, he's just like, let me just lean into this.
I guess
they would never suspect.
He knew enough about the Bible to...
They would never suspect the Bible study leader as the serial killer of Baton Rouge.
On May 27, 2003, Derrick Todd Lee saw his photograph broadcast on a national news segment in the motel lobby. He fled his room, leaving behind his clothes, boots, and a Bible. Within minutes, U.S. Marshals and Atlanta police flooded the area. Officers spotted Derrick Todd Lee walking down a sidewalk near a tire shop. Agents surrounded him, and Derrick Todd Lee surrendered without any resistance.
All right, so now that they have him in custody, they're trying to figure out how did he become this person. Yes. So they started to get details of Derrick's upbringing. And it gave them a better, I guess, understanding of... Well, it helped put... They wanted to put also, they needed this for the FBI profiling as well. They get all this information. That's how they continue to improve their ability to profile people, is to try to understand their history, their background, and how they got there.
You can just put all that into the AI generator now.
I know, now you don't even need it. Yeah. So born on November 5th, we're not supposed to be using AI, Stu. It's tearing up the environment, is from what I was told. And all the people in the humming. The humming. Yes. I feel bad for the people. Have you not seen the things where they're building the data centers and it's a constant low humming all the time?
I don't know. I got tinnitus.
But for the regular
Cry
folk,
me and Epping River.
the regular folk, I feel so bad. They're out there in the country and they'll like do their thing and you can just hear it constant. I don't understand how they got to get away with this. I mean, if you have a neighborhood and it's too close to a road, you have to build sound barrier walls. Like, I don't understand
how. What are you
how.
talking about? We looked at that one house that had all the water in the driveway, and the 99 was right behind it.
Well, because
like, nope.
because that was probably there first. But if you were there, if you were there first, they have to go and build sound barrier walls to not reduce your quality of life. I don't understand how these data centers are getting away with this. Probably because it's billionaires behind it or whatever, and just like they're getting their way. So Derrick was born on November 6th, 1968 in St. Francisville, Louisiana, one of our favorite places
to go visit.
Yes. If you are ever in that area or from that area and you haven't been up there, definitely go. There's the Myrtles, which we've gone several times. It's supposed to be haunted.
It's not.
It's not. And then we have the Francis Hotel. Is it in
St. Francis Inn?
No, I thought it was the Francis Hotel.
I thought it was the St. Francis Inn.
Okay. Whatever. It's got excellent steak.
Yes.
Go eat there. And then we haven't stayed there yet, though. We always end up staying. We love the Myrtles. Like, the Myrtles is so great. We stayed in one of those little cabins. I want to go back. Now we'll be closer.
We stayed in the
yes. The cabins are real nice.
The cabbage or the
cabbage.
Carriage.
Yes.
The carriage house.
We haven't stayed in the carriage house.
The carriage house burned down.
Okay.
But the carriage house they replaced with all those
from a ghost.
Those yes, the ghost of somebody probably smoking a cigarette by the grease vat or something. I don't know.
Was it your mom?
Where they built those rooms that we stayed in, the newer rooms. The carriage house was right there in that area.
Then there's that other house
because the restaurant also used to be called the carriage house.
There's the caretakers, the keeper in whatever caretakers in or something is that 6-bedroom one that you can stay in. And then we stayed. My favorite one was those little cabins we stayed in last time. That one was great.
You didn't like staying in the main house up the staircase?
I did, but for our current situation, it was much. No, that one was fun because we were up there, and then they would do the ghost tours, and we would make noises up there whenever the people came by.
Just walk around.
We'd start walking around and kind of thump and stuff, and because we didn't know if anybody knew that anybody stayed up there because we were right by the stairs, and they were out there at night, like real late at night. Anyways, because there's like supposed to be a haunted mirror that's right there that you can look into, and so when they were standing there, we'd like make thuds and stuff. Okay, so go to St. Francisville, Louisiana. It's very nice.
Derrick Todd Lee's not there.
No, he's not. So Derrick was raised by his mother after his father, who suffered from schizophrenia and psychosis, abandoned the family. Now, Derrick, he had learning disabilities, attending special education classes, and dropping out of school in the 11th grade. Now, a forensic psychiatrist evaluated him and later estimated his IQ was at around 75, which was almost to the level of being where he would get assistance from, I think, the government to even help him function in life. That's how low his mental capacity was, or almost on that verge of that cutoff line. So anyway, so he started his criminal history with voyeurism. So throughout the late 1980s and 1990s, police in Zachary and St. Francisville received multiple complaints regarding Derrick looking through windows.
A little peeping Tom.
Yes, he was arrested for voyeurism, prowling, and stalking. Now, his behavior escalated over the years to include residential burglary, criminal trespass, and domestic violence. The problem with the peeping Tom is they just kind of played it off was, Derrick was like a generally good looking. Well, yeah, but he was also like he was a good looking guy and everything. And they were like, oh, he'll grow out of it. That was the whole thing. He'll grow out of it. He's just doing silly boy things,
things.
Just silly things, just going and peeping in people's windows and stuff like that. No big deal. So anyway, so it all came down to that. He started with slowly escalate up to domestic violence, where in 2000 he was convicted of severe battery against his girlfriend. Now, because these early offenses occurred across separate local jurisdictions, they were treated as isolated incidents, allowing him to basically, the criminal profiles, the one where I watched where they were interviewed, talked about how he basically was honing his skills. He started with just this, how do I sneak around a house and look in a window? How do I break into a house? And then all this was him like practicing his skills.
Putting it all together.
Yes, and it allowed him to do this to where he got up to the point where he was breaking in and murdering women.
Derrick was extradited back to Louisiana and tried in 2004. In August of 2004, he was found guilty of first-degree murder for the death of Geraldine Barr DeSoto, and he was sentenced to life without parole. In October 2004, he was convicted of first-degree murder for the death of Charlotte Murray Pace, where the DNA under her fingernails proved his identity, and he received the death penalty for that. Derrick Todd Lee did...
Yeah, that was the one that was extrememy brutal, the 81 stabbings and stuff like that. It was particularly horrendous.
Now, Derrick Todd Lee did remain on death row in Louisiana State Penitentiary and Angola for over 10 years. He died at the age of 47 on January 21st, 2016 from complications of heart disease before his execution could be carried out. Because he was trying to get off death row, and he was doing all kinds of stuff to try and get out of jail because he had heart issues.
Well, yeah, and also I'm sure that his IQ being that low, he probably tried to use that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So his attorneys were trying to get him out of jail, basically. Definitely get him off the death row and then see what they could do after that.
Were people upset that he died in jail? Or they didn't care because he was a serial killer? You know, like sometimes they'll get like the public will get upset and say, well, you should have let him out because he needed
I don't
help,
recall anybody being upset that Derrick Todd Lee was not released
Stuart,
from prison.
I don't know. Some people
because
are
of
like...
his medical... I mean, I'm sure there were some people that were like, I can't believe you held that poor man in jail.
Yes.
It's like... That's why we don't need the death penalty appeals process to last this long. The guy could die. You got to get in there. You got the DNA. You got all the things you need.
Yes, but what if you make a mistake?
What? On 2 or 3 different victims?
I'm not talking about him specifically. I'm just talking about you better know.
I'm saying with the DNA that they got on Derrick Todd Lee, we know he done it.
Yes, we know he did what he did.
So he should have rolled old Sparky, rode the lightning, whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before
Instead
he
of
died
being at the Angola rodeo.
Yeah. Being a barrel clown at the Angola
I know. I can't believe we never
whatever.
went. Now we can go there. We're back down there close by.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're being
My
back
luck,
down
there'll be a prison break whenever we go.
Did you see that thing? Which prison was that where the whole prison had a riot and they took over the prison here in like the last week?
I have not seen this.
You haven't seen that where they took over the prison?
No.
Okay, well, I'll have to find it.
Surprisingly, I haven't. I usually see some crazy stuff.
Yeah, you're usually the one telling me, oh, yeah, like, have you seen this or whatever?
Yeah, like.
Anyways, do you have our Y'all Need Jesus?
Yes, I'm going to have to find it, though, because I had a page opened up looking for Kelly Clarkson's hometown or whatever.
It was a North Carolina prison. Yes, North Carolina. 80 inmates overpowered 3 guards at North Carolina jail. The siege ended hours later. Wow, they need Jesus, too.
Do they?
It was the Bertie Martin. The 3 guards and 88 inmates were inside the Bertie Martin Regional Detention Center in Windsor when the takeover began at about 5 a.m. Such an ungodly hour. Jesus, let's be a...
Hey, man, you going to take over the prison with us? No.
No.
At what time? No. Absolutely not.
Let's be respectful of others and do around like 10 a.m. at least if we're going to be doing that.
Yeah, I need to eat. I need to digest my breakfast. Maybe take a grumper, and then
then
we can lay siege to the prison.
Oh my God, ladies, he's available.
They know I get all kinds of DMs.
All right. Anyways, go ahead and do y'all. They took 2 guards captive, and the 3rd guard escaped. Negotiations led to the release of the 2 guards, along with 80 inmates, leaving only 8 inmates inside. Blah 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 blah. Yep, crazy. What did they accomplish with that? Nothing.
I don't know.
What did they think they were going to accomplish?
I don't know.
Why is there 88 prisoners and 3 guards is what I want to know. What kind of ratios is that? I would not be signing up to work there.
I mean, if you got all your stuff in lockdown, I guess they didn't at the time.
No, obviously not. All right, go ahead and do your Y'all Need Jesus. Stu, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, go.
Aren't we all naked at some point?
Well, yeah.
Nude guy is what the nude guy said to cops after allegedly attacking a man and his dog. Florida or not Florida?
A naked man, Florida.
From Yahoo News.
Wow, way to give Yahoo some
Stephanie
business,
Berry.
Stu.
Monday, June 8th, 2026. I'm trying to figure out where this
You're
is.
the only person that's been to Yahoo News.
I think this is in Massachusetts. Ludlow. A Ludlow man will not be arraigned Monday after his arrest on assault, animal cruelty, and indecent exposure charges. I don't know. Maybe Yahoo got this wrong. I mean, I would think he would be arraigned. Police say Alexander Morano...
It's Yahoo News, Stuart. This is like... They probably have like one staff writer there covering everything from politics to sports to crime.
Hey, AI, write this story on this guy. Police say Alexander Morano, okay, whatever, age 34, attacked a man and his dog Sunday and was completely nude during the incident, according to the report. A man walking his 8-year-old pit bull Diesel called 911 just before 9:30 a.m. 9:30 in the morning this happened, Kara, to report a naked man had charged out of the woods at him on Ludlow Mills Riverwalk near the town's center. This has happened in the town center.
Wow.
He allegedly threatened him, claiming he had a shotgun, and he choked Diesel the dog during the alleged assault.
Oh, death penalty right there. We want to talk about why.
He's lucky he didn't get the death penalty. Diesel's a damn pit bull. How do you choke a pit bull's neck? It's all muscle right there.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Your hands would get real tired.
The guy's taking his life in his own hands.
I don't want anybody up north talking about no Florida man anymore after this nonsense you guys got going on. Don't even come at us down here in the South with all you guys got your crazies too, okay?
When officers arrived, the alleged victim pointed to an area further down the path, according to the police report. Victim then pointed me in the north direction towards State Street and pointed to what appeared to be a white, fully naked male who just popped up from the grassy area, the police officer said. Moreno then ducked back down, according to officers, but emerged soon after with his hands up. He did not have the shotgun that he allegedly told the guy he was going to shoot, and no weapon could be found in the immediate area. They did find his clothing, watch, and wallet in the area. When police asked why Moreno was naked, he responded. What do you think he responded with, Kara?
Weren't we all naked at some point?
Yes. Moreno, who owns a home improvement business, according to his social media presence, was charged with disorderly conduct, threat.
See, my whole thing with like researching the people that we're buying our house from is no different than what these journalists are doing. Going on Facebook and seeing what Naked Man's up to.
Mm-hmm. Disorderly conduct, threat to use a deadly weapon, open and gross lewdness, animal cruelty, and indecent exposure. I don't know where you get open and gross lewdness and indecent exposure from. Was he indecent or was it open and gross lewdness?
It was indecent, but based on what they saw, it was open and gross. It's like insult to injury. It's like when they it's like if
you're choking my dog and I got to see your brown starfish. Come on, dude.
It's just so gross. It's like whenever you die, if you're like fat and you die and they put in the cause of death is like morbid obesity or something. It's like, can we just not kick me while I'm down?
Just say heart attack.
Just make up something other than, they were too fat.
Neither the man nor his dog suffered serious injuries, according to police. Hampden County Sheriff's Department spokesman Robert Rizzuto confirmed Moreno was in the agency's custody in Ludlow and that he is not expected to appear in court on Monday. After his arrest, officers said he was speaking rapidly and incoherently. They speculated he was in the throes of a drug-induced or mental health episode. Do you think? Our suspect has had a series of run-ins with the law over the past year and has 3 other cases pending in various district courts, according to public records. On February 25th, he was arrested by Ludlow police and charged with driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol, his second such offense. Police encountered his car after he had rammed it into a snowbank and was driving on 3 tires, according to a police report. During that arrest, Moreno kept insisting he was a child of God. Reached for comment about Sunday's arrest, his attorney in the OUI case stated Moreno had a good relationship with his family. We are going to try as hard as we can to get him all the support he needs, said lawyer Joseph Bernard, without commenting on the new charges. In April, he was also arrested operating with a suspended license in Springfield District Court and again in May in Dudley District Court. So Mr. Moreno has some issues.
You think, Stu?
A few.
Anyways.
I'm guessing.
Well, I'm just happy to know.
I'm guessing his home improvement company is going to be tanking here shortly.
I'm just happy to know that they have their own problems up there that they
and they keep letting him out. This guy should be in a psych ward
some
somewhere
sort of
jail.
Psych ward, probably. He's got many.
I mean, aren't we all
Can you imagine
a child
finding
of God?
out? Could you imagine if you had let him come in your home and like you found out that was your handyman that came in and like redid your bathroom or something? I would have to like disinfect it because who knows what he's done if he's into like
jerking off.
Okay, all right. I think we're done.
Okay, pleasuring himself in strange places.
I think we're done. This
tossing off in strange places.
This is lewd and gross or gross and open. Whatever you said earlier, indecent, gross, and open. All right. So on that note, we're gonna go. Okay. Fine. Do you have anything else to add?
Oh, I got all kinds of things I could add.
Okay. Well, anyways, it's late. We got to get to sleep. So, anyways, I guess we will see you next time. Bye, everyone. Say bye, Stu.
Bye, Stu.
Don't you know it's bad luck to be superstitious?